Or have at least have the kids chest checked, and because we could be looking at exposure that's already happened.
Yeah,
Because
but
if
this
the
will
oldest
cut it
girl's
down.
had
You don't want to continue it.
2 or 3 years back, see where you'd get in your mouth what was going on. You did it at a co-op, or you did it somewhere.
It's usually been a grocery store.
Usually been.
Yeah.
I thought you lived near a ranch. I've seen cows.
Well, I was sitting here thinking milk, 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 milk.
You were thinking milk. I was thinking cows.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. And girlfriend, what's your first name again?
Linda,
Linda. What can I do for you tonight?
I'm concerned about my health. What can you tell me?
Your health. You're a young-looking person. What do you got going on with you? What kind
Go ahead, you tell me.
No, well, you know, I'm not a doctor, and there's so many diagnoses, and our body parts are so varied. What part of your body are you concerned about?
Just about everything.
That's not good. You're too young to have. Do you have a gallbladder or thyroid or what?
I do have a thyroid problem.
I got that first. I also get pulmonary bronchial, so I don't know if you have allergies or.
Oh, I do have allergies.
Allergies.
Mhm.
Do you have a little bit of rheumatoid or arthritic issues? Okay, I get the shoulders and the back. They bother me. Do you have any bending over, any soreness in your back?
No, but my shoulders I've had some difficulty with for the last 2 weeks,
What?
unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly, what's going on? What kind of health issues you talk about that you could share without telling me too much?
Pituitary tumor.
Pituitary tumor. Oh, look at that. And I was telling you about your daughter having pituitary.
That's what was ironic with me.
What?
When we met, there was a common understanding.
Oh, you're hitting on one of my favorite topics. Excuse me. Richard has a beautiful shirt on, and it's called paisley because of a particular pattern. See how it looks?
This is one my wife made for me.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Now, pretend there's no color, but the pattern's there. And the pattern talks of a language that if there was no color and invisible, you could be wearing, you could be wearing, and so when you walk next to each other, you would read the pattern the same in each other. So that pulls people of common likeness to each other. Mary and I have common ground. We're similar in a lot of different ways. So we're attracted to be friends. Does that make sense? So people come up to me and say, you know, I met somebody, we found out we had the same kind of lives. And it's really wonderful that there's sameness going on. So it's not that it's terrible, but it's interesting that you attract each other. Sameness. I pull people into my life, and it's amazing how you find out what's about them. I've just dated 2 men in a row who've lost wives to cancer, and I'm a cancer patient. It's very, very odd. And 2 friends who have children that are blind, and I've always had an eye problem, worried about my eyesight. You know, so it's very interesting. The value of eyesight is very important to me. My grandmother went blind with glaucoma, and that's haunted me in my life. My concern is so I attract people to me with those same kind of interests. It's very interesting. The pituitary gland they show me as enlarged, but is that a serious problem? Are you going to have surgery for it? Is it
It's
growing?
expected at some point. At the moment, no.
It is a little larger, so you having pressure in your left eye?
No, my right eye.
Right eye, so I went in from the back. I see pressure on one eye versus the other, so that when I look at the pituitary, it's bulbed on one side versus the other. I'm not positive it's growing tremendously fast, it's slower,
Right.
and it feels like it's been slowing out for a couple of years now. Do you know if it's been gradually smaller and smaller?
No,
Right, slowing down?
actually, I've been having increased problems with it.
But it's not growing, it's slowing down.
Not that I know of.
It's slowing down. So what's happening is that the same condition is increasing the issues, but it's not necessarily growing. It feels smaller to me. Not smaller, but it's slowing down. It's almost like it's getting a crust on it. So do you know about this? Do you know what I'm speaking of?
No, because the situation I have now is they're concerned that it's expanding to another area.
Remember I said a bulb on one side,
Mhm.
but the rest of it's kind of crusty, so it's like burst through the little sac it was in, as though it's filled with fluid, like a balloon. So you need to have it done, but I think they can do it easily. You know, they go through the nose and just pull it out of there. Don't think it's such a bad thing, huh? I had sinus surgery, and when they told me what they did here, that when I had sinus surgery, I had this all done, my nose, I broke it. When I found out what they did, I went, you're kidding. You went and did how, when,
Yeah,
where?
it doesn't sound too great
You're
to me.
lucky you're asleep.
I was asleep.
I was awake.
You were awake for your nose surgery?
It was bad news.
How come you're awake for nose surgery? Mary, I've never heard of this.
Because they didn't want me to choke on my own blood, so they wanted me awake.
Oh.
Yeah. I threw up. Surgery.
The girl is sitting right here.
She said it wouldn't be bad. Didn't you just say it wasn't gonna be bad?
I see this
Sounds
is
pretty
like-
darn bad to me.
I say go all the way under.
I think
Oh, they do it different now. And
They
they'll
put
go
the
with
kids
that
to sleep.
laser stuff, and yeah, no sweat.
I see it as not necessarily serious. I think they're not gonna have to open the skull up, is what I'm saying. And it feels like there's fluid in there, so they need to get some of it out. That's what I'm saying, is I don't know if I see so much as a solid as I see more of a soft, like fluid or something. Have they said that to you?
No.
They say it's a solid?
They say that it would require exploratory surgery, which means they'd have to do the craniotomy.
Really?
Mhm.
I'm not getting that. Are you getting that?
I don't see it as that serious.
I don't either. Marion's good.
Oh, I don't know.
No, but I trust you too.
How about the adrenal gland?
Where's that located?
It's actually located on top of the kidneys, but it's controlled by the pituitary.
I don't see it connected. Did they say it's connected?
They were just doing some research to see if I had a rare adrenal gland disease.
If it's there, I'm not getting it. I think it's all to do with the pituitary.
So it should be resolved soon then,
Yeah. I don't
because
see-
it's only been 22 years. And I'm getting kind of tired of it.
That's what I'm saying. I said it was hardening up for the last 2 years. And one of the harder issues, like it's a ball, and the edges have hardened up, one side's cracked and it's seeping through. And that's what I see as not solid material.
Good, let it burst and get it over with.
I don't know how, I think they're gonna suck it out of there. I
Yeah.
mean, they can do that.
Okay.
If they, I don't get them opening up head. I don't get it. But, you know, I'm not a doctor. I just work here. I just ask for pictures. How soon were they wanting to fix this?
You know, since I'm such a rare case, the doctors have never dealt with this type of situation, even when I was originally diagnosed when I was 20. I am very unusual from all the other cases.
Why is
I've been
that?
in the textbooks,
Why is that?
because I don't follow the standard procedure or symptoms for a pituitary tumor. I don't get the headaches or the same general
You're not growing
symptoms.
and stuff, huh?
Yes, I am.
Are you growing?
Yes, I am.
Ooh, you don't look like you are. How about that? How much taller can you get?
Well, hopefully not much more. I mean, I'd love to be taller, but it's just not normal. I have grown almost 1.5 inches over the last 4 years.
Really? I'm too short for my weight.
Oh, I am too. So, but you don't see that as a problem then?
They're not showing me a problem. What, Marion?
This is not psychic, but you go on the internet, do a search.
All the time I do.
Good. Yeah, because you might find a doctor there. Not necessarily the one you have now.
Yeah, I just recently, this last month I just switched. But, and he's the one that thought that maybe I have this rare disease. The growth hormone has come out high, but within the normal ranges.
That's why they didn't do anything.
That's correct. They can't until it jumps over 1 point.
Remember, we're not diagnostics,
Right.
whatever, but we feel it, and I think that there's a little growth, a spurt of growth right now, but it feels like
Hopefully
this
this way, not this way.
But it feels like I said, the tumor stopped, and this one side bursted open. And it feels like they're gonna be able to drain this thing, and it will stop. So I don't get it to be like really serious. I'm just not getting death with you.
That's good.
Are you married, got kids?
I am married, 28
And
years.
Then the kids, the oldest is who?
Brian,
How old is Brian?
25.
And the youngest one?
Nicholas, and he's 20,
No one at home.
22.
So I'm trying to get something here. Do you work for the company? What kind of work do you do?
I'm an information systems analyst,
Talk on the phone all day, or computer?
computers.
I'm trying to jump ahead at a time when you can look back on this, so I'm trying to jump in time. Both your kids don't live at home now?
No,
So you live just with your husband. What's his first name?
Terry.
Is he wanting to build a house or do an extension to your house?
Oh, boy, did you hit a sore subject.
Okay, I see walls being built.
We are getting ready to start remodeling the house.
Okay, I see that as you putting in the linoleum of your choice. About a year to year and a half later, I see a faraway trip over water.
Hmm.
And you go.
We're planning one in a year and a half.
I just said that.
Yeah.
I see you traveling. Where are you going?
Cancun.
Ooh, that's a nice trip. You have a wonderful time. I see you going, you have a bathing suit on. You're actually going to lose some weight here.
This was worth the $15.
It works. I mean, she tells the truth.
Yeah, well, I don't have a reason to lie. So I'm traveling you and your time. I'm seeing remodeling walls, studs in the walls. So I'm seeing that and you're there and there's not a conflict or a problem, but you're trying to decide a linoleum flooring. And you're going to find exactly what you want with linoleum or tile, I can't tell. But that's a point of a real high interest for you in this remodel.
Yes, it is.
Got it. You're live, so don't tell me you're not. Don't worry about it. Got it?
Yeah.
I love it. Circus? Does that mean anything to you? A circus?
I feel like a clown.
I don't see that. I see pictures sometimes, I don't know what it is, and I can't tell if I'm looking at something important from your past or something from your future. I sit here and I was going to go somewhere else and I was told to stop. So I don't know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, then we'll just go on, okay? All right? All right, girlfriend? Did I answer what you wanted?
Yeah, I was kind of curious about my daughter, if it's similar to what Linda had for when she
No.
got older.
I don't see it
With
the same at
pituitary.
all. It's not even connected.
Okay, good.
I don't see it. Kind of curious, at 20, did you live in the country? Also, did you live in water area?
When I was 20, I lived here in Sacramento,
And when you were growing up, where were you raised?
mostly here in Sacramento.
I'm looking at a waterway. I'm looking at you getting an insect bite. I'm looking at you getting a virus or something else that caused your gland to grow. I don't get this to be necessarily hereditary, nor do I get it to be an accident of life, of you. I get it being caused by something. I'm being shown swampy waters, reeds like the edge of the Sacramento River, waterways.
Oh, a creek. I used to play the creek, but that was when I was young.
Point made. That's it. That's what caused this. And at 20 it was diagnosed. Okay? That's what caused this problem. So you have to investigate, find out what I'm talking about. Could have gotten the ear, the nose, water, something. You get that? Don't know. I just go. I backed up until I could find cause. Feels like you're 6 or 7. All right? Okay. How about the back row? Are you all related? Are you friends,
Yeah.
workmates?
Mother and daughter and boyfriend.
Okay, that works.
We're kind of all related.
So girlfriend, you're in the middle.
Yeah.
And what's your first name?
Angela.
Angela. What can I do for you tonight?
I took a promotional test.
Good for you.
Um,
It feels like there's like this. I don't know that you're going to get the first job now, but eventually you can have an opportunity to advance.
Okay.
Okay, so regardless if you pass the test, it doesn't matter to me. I feel hesitation like this. So it's kind of a grade in the road type of feeling. So I don't know if there's more tests or something else happening or someone's up for a promotion before you.
I think it's maybe the time. I work at night. I usually work at night, and a lot of the jobs are on daytime. That's kind of stopping me.
Okay, so that could be the hesitation, I
Mhm,
get
That's
it.
my hesitation.
Feels like spring or summer that you'll get a job.
Okay.
Because you're going to choose you're going to have your eye on one particular place that you want to do it, and that will come up at that time.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, do you know what I'm talking about, what job you
Yeah,
want?
yeah.
Okay, so you have to wait a while, but it'll be worth your wait.
Okay.
Good for you, huh? Ask me another question.
Yeah. We are kind of involved in a legal situation.
Lawsuits are kind of hard, so I don't want any information. Let me see how I do this. Wait a minute. If I know too much, I get lost in all the information.
Okay.
So how many think here? What would be your reward, or what would be an outcome that you would want? See if I can see it.
We want to win.
That's not what I'm talking about. may want to win, but by winning you get what?
Uh,
Or was this against you and
No,
how would I see the,
okay, well, I'll just take one particular case, there's like 3 things going on.
ooh, 3 really different things, 3 lawsuits?
Yeah, there's kind of like a couple of them going on. I'll take one.
You have 3 different lawsuits?
Yeah,
Or one
well,
lawsuit? for-
2 different.
Excuse me,
It's him.
I do.
But I'm involved in it too.
You have 1 lawsuit, 2 lawsuit, 3?
I have 3.
3.
You have 3 lawsuits?
Yeah.
And you're still dating him? I'm joking
kind
with
of
you.
In the middle of it, you know,
Are you?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it a car accident or vehicle type of thing?
It's a vehicle.
It
What-
started in '78 as a car accident,
Uh-huh, I saw
but
that.
this is because of my health.
Okay, so you're going after them,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah.
And there's 3 pieces to it, or? I don't know how to.
One's a lawyer, one we're going after one lawyer.
Okay, you
right
need to
now.
go after him,
Okay, we have,
Okay.
but we haven't had an outcome.
because I feel like he was really not in your favor. Whoever this lawyer is, he's the bad guy. So go
Yeah.
after him, you are, right?
We are, but we're waiting. Do
And what are
get
you waiting
anything-
for?
Do you get anything about the outcome of that?
I'm just not sure how to get outcome.
Okay,
Would you get money, would you get?
Money, yeah.
Let me ask, this is hard, because like I said, I'm better not knowing. You got
I'm
3
trying
of them,
not
how do
to
I look
tell-
at this?
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
know, I'm trying to figure out how to get a question out of you. Sometimes if I can get you to ask me the right question, I'll get an answer. See what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Now, as far as, what's your name?
Vince,
Vincent, is the, one of the suits for your medical care or a surgery that you need? How do I get that? How do I ask on that?
well, it's about my health.
Go ahead, ask me another question. Maybe the girlfriend, Angela?
Oh, gosh.
I know it. Like I said, if I know too much, if there's 3 of them,
Okay,
turn the consent over? Yeah, and then we'll, can you ask me another way? It is about your health, but did they pay enough to cover it, or you want money to cover your expenses, or?
yeah, we need money.
I feel like you have more, you've got bills coming in from health insurance, health issues, right? You have bills coming in, and they've not been paid, right? Right. So you're wanting them to be paid.
Yeah.
I see a percentage being paid, but I couldn't tell you the percentage. They are liable for his health, but they're going to try to claim that some of it was not what they wanted as health coverage care.
Correct.
All right,
Yeah,
so
you're
they're going to pay for what they consider what they would have done for you. So it's a percentage.
Which was nothing.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no,
That's-
you're going along, I mean, I'm following you.
Okay, so it feels like that's what that's about.
It's a real confusing thing.
Lawsuits are terribly confusing because you go forward with information and it's a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
And I hear the information, but I don't know, as a decision is made, where it's going next. And so it's like playing badminton, boing, 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 boing.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
I feel like you'll have money coming to you, but I can't promise it's more than 25,000, 250,000. See, there seems to be a number that's very, very difficult. Huh?
Yeah, there's a number. He's going through a workman comp thing too.
That's, like I said, that's a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
That could be the money that I see them arguing what was done for him.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think you're going to get money, but I can't tell if it's a whole 100%.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Can you ask me another way, or that's really hard?
Yeah.
Do you need surgery now, or are you done with your health problems, or?
No, I'll have it the rest of my life. My health problem is neurological.
Neurological, so hurt your head, huh? Is there another question on him being retrained? Is that a problem, or? How can you ask me more questions on this? Vince, jump in.
Yeah, jump in.
It's really hard. Like I said, you got 3 things going on. Ping pong.
I would just like to ask you the question, do you see anything about my health?
As far as the lawsuits, or you personally?
No, as far as me personally.
All right, have you been able to work at all? Are you dizzy at times? Is it not square for you?
Well, I guess I'll have to tell you, it's seizures.
Before your seizures, does it not, do you get this kind of a feeling?
Before seizure? At times.
I see this problem, and I don't see it going away. Okay? Does that minimize your seizures or make them better? I can't tell you. If they can calm this erratic in your mind, the firings, it would be better. But I don't know what it
Well,
means.
this is what my doctor is saying, because the stress is what's bringing on more seizures. Because of,
Oh, firings. I'm seeing erratic firings. Do you have follow that, what I just said? Stress is exciting the molecules in your
Yeah.
brain.
right,
Yeah.
yes,
I don't like medication. I don't like it like stupid, right?
right.
But if you had something that calmed you down just a little bit, you wouldn't be having these.
This is what I was discussing with my girlfriend just this past couple of days, to speak to my doctor about putting me back on my old type of medication I was on,
Mhm.
because I felt better with it.
Right, and all it did was calm the firings in your mind.
Yes, yes.
Try that. I think it'll be better. If not 50% or more. Because
Okay.
that's what I get.
And
I would like
right
to
now-
also have you check one of your ears. I'm getting in my ear. Were you hit in the head or something?
My head went through a window.
I feel a head problem and it affected your inner ear. Are you deaf in one ear or do you hear ringing or anything?
I hear ringings before seizures.
Duh. Duh.
Yeah.
There's a connection.
Yes, there is.
So get that checked also. Remember, I just,
Oh, I do. I mean, I'm going to my
okay, I want
doctor's
to tie
neurologist.
in an inner ear, blockage, infection, damage, along with stress and the ups and the firings are combining. Something's going on. Can you do that for me? Remember, I just feel it, so you can buy a tape for $3 from Ketanoli and write it down and then tell your doctor, this is what my friend who's, don't tell me my name. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not supposed to diagnose. I'm not an attorney or an accountant.
Right.
But I feel, and I can have pictures, so if I get something, I want you to check on it, okay? You also have what we call silent TMJ. I get stress in your jaw, I get stress in your neck. You got that on this side, same side as the ear. It could be the same side, because I think when you hit your head, even though they took x-rays, I think you had a silent fracture. You had a problem with the inner ear and the jawline. I think it's all related to the headaches and the pressure in the head or the firings all off at once. Okay? I cannot subscribe anybody to you. I can just give you my feelings. I don't talk about a bone cruncher chiropractic service. I'm not saying that works. I don't know. Okay, Vince? All right, you're a nice man. I'm sorry you're going through this. Are you looking at getting some education? I see you in class.
As far as moving on with, I would say like getting into another field.
I feel like you're learning something. Anything that's brought to us.
I'm learning a lot through the law right now. I'm learning a lot about the law right now. I don't know if that's good or not.
I don't either.
But I mean, I've learned quite a bit about how things can be handled, how to move on. Learning a lot of things about what your lawyers don't tell you to move on. And I'm learning it the hard way, but I'm learning it. And it's become real handy.
Ask God to give you direction if you're supposed to use this knowledge to help others. Okay, sometimes we ask God for help, but we have to pay back.
Oh, yes.
I know. He helped me once, so I'm paying back. I promised. Okay? Do you have anything else to ask me? That was probably the most important thing tonight.
Yeah, just basically my career, you know.
I forgot, go ahead, Vince.
I feel healthy. I don't feel like I have anything.
Let me go.
I feel at times that I'm holding her back because of her trying to help me so much with my finances. Because this whole thing is...
Love is a mysterious thing, you know, until she doesn't want to, then just let her be there.
Oh,
But
yes.
that's her choice.
Yes.
I can't take choice like that. If you love somebody, you love somebody, that's all there
Right.
is.
This whole situation started with 4 coworkers. Would it be possible to see what's going to happen with them?
There's only one person I was really concerned out of the 4. So I don't know if he was the driver or there's one other thing. Only one, we're 4 other people, you're the 5th one? Or you're the 4th one?
No,
He's the victim,
I'm the victim of,
4 other people.
There's one I blame,
Yeah.
and that's all. So he would need to go after that one.
oh yes, he's the main person.
Right.
But what happened was
I
these,
don't need details. No, I don't want that on tape.
okay,
Because if ever you needed help in court, if you named or gave so much that it would be identified, I'd rather not.
okay.
Remember, I said that thing with court, and the small details as possible.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you?
But far as my health, what do you?
What would you like to do?
I would like to be myself again.
As far as work and making some productivity.
Well,
goes?
as far as, it's almost like at times I find myself afraid to go into crowds because of having a seizure and what, a lot of people are real scared of it. And you know, I understand that.
I see you being retrained in something. It isn't the law that I've seen you learn, but I don't know what it is. What would you like to do or try? Irregardless if you were in crowds or something. Remember, you might get these seizures taken care of if you take care of things I told you. You might just find yourself a kid at whatever age you are. You may think you're 25 years old and start fresh.
I would like that a lot.
Yeah, you need to do everything you can because being alive is the most important thing you can
Oh,
do.
yes.
Being alive and feeling alive is the second most important thing you do. I don't want you to ever have regrets you didn't do enough. Okay? All right.
I recently had a sister have open heart surgery.
Yeah? What would you ask?
Matter of fact, last week.
Uh-huh.
Do you see her health getting better or?
Unfortunately, the problem is still there. They did fix her, but they didn't cure her, and the problems will still stay within her body. Whatever that means, I don't know. So I can't promise forever, but there's something wrong there. What do you know they fixed?
3 valves, they were clogged.
Okay, but they could have been clogged for hereditary. They could have been clogged because of...
Her diet.
Huh?
Her diet and her
Okay,
lifestyle.
so they fixed it. They didn't fix her.
Her.
So she could have it back. Or
Right.
she could exasperate with her attitude and her lifestyle.
This is what we've already told her, hey, we're staying on top of you now. to
Okay,
make sure.
you have it on tape. I don't know you guys. And I'm
Right.
saying she'll sabotage herself again.
Right.
On some level, she's testing God. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just really didn't think about that.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Mom, what's your first name?
Vicki?
Vicky?
Yes.
Speak up, woman. She just lost her voice. Oh my God, she's asking me a question. Oh. What's up with you, my dear? Life lived in pursuit of happiness, huh?
Yep.
What was your name again? I forgot already.
Vicky.
Vicky? Vicky? What's going on with you, woman? What can I help you with?
Well, I have a daughter